Have you ever found yourself wondering what truly sets high-value individuals apart? Is it wealth, status, or natural talent? Maybe you've asked, why do some people seem to rise above challenges effortlessly, while others struggle to break free from negativity? These are questions worth asking because the answers could completely transform your approach to life, relationships, and personal growth. Here's the truth. Being high value isn't about superficial markers like luxury or popularity. It's about mindset, actions, and habits. It's about embracing a philosophy that prioritizes authenticity, growth, and integrity. Yet many of us unknowingly adopt low-value behaviors that sabotage our potential. This is where we go wrong. Today we're breaking down 12 things high-value individuals never do, things that low-value individuals often fall into. These aren't abstract ideas, but actionable insights rooted in timeless wisdom, including principles inspired by Stoicism. If you've been searching for a way to elevate your life, stay tuned. This is your roadmap to becoming the best version of yourself. But here's the twist. These behaviors aren't just about you. They directly affect your connections, whether it's your career, friendships, or even romantic bonds. That's why mastering these lessons isn't optional, it's essential. Stick with me, and by the end you'll have the tools to reshape your mindset and create stronger, more meaningful Stoic relationships with others. Let's dive into the first game-changing principle. 1. They never blame others for their failures. Think about the last time something didn't go as planned in your life. Did you immediately start pointing fingers? Maybe it was a colleague's incompetence, a partner's lack of support, or circumstances beyond your control. It's a natural reaction, right? But here's the problem. Every time you shift blame, you give away your power. High-value individuals understand this. They don't waste time crafting excuses or casting blame on others. Instead, they take full ownership of their actions and outcomes. Why? Because responsibility is empowering. When you accept that your choices shape your life, you also accept that you have the ability to change it. On the other hand, low-value individuals fall into the blame game because it feels safer. It shields their ego from discomfort and deflects accountability. But this avoidance comes at a cost. Growth becomes impossible without responsibility. Let's ground this in Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, famously wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This principle is a cornerstone for high-value individuals. Instead of dwelling on external factors, they focus on what they can control, their response, effort, and mindset. Here's a real-world example. Imagine an athlete who loses a major game. A low-value individual might blame the referee, bad weather, or even their teammates. But a high-value individual reviews their performance objectively, asking, what could I have done differently? Where can I improve? By taking responsibility, they position themselves for future success. Ask yourself this: how often do you reflect on your setbacks with a sense of ownership? Are you willing to confront uncomfortable truths about your role in them? These questions can be difficult, but they're transformative. Once you stop blaming others, you free yourself from the shackles of victimhood. If this idea resonates with you, take it a step further. The next time you face a failure, pause. Instead of pointing fingers, write down 3 actions you could have taken to achieve a different outcome. This practice builds self-awareness, a key trait of high-value individuals. As we move forward, remember this principle isn't isolated. It ties into every other behavior on this list. When you stop blaming others, you create a foundation for authentic self-respect, emotional resilience, and stronger connections, both in your personal life and within your Stoic relationships. 2. They never neglect self-respect. What does self-respect mean to you? Is it about confidence, boundaries, or how you treat yourself? If you're not sure, consider this. Every decision you make, what you tolerate, how you let others treat you, and how you talk to yourself is a reflection of your self-respect. High-value individuals know this and fiercely protect their sense of self. On the flip side, low-value individuals often neglect this critical trait. compromising their values and losing sight of who they are. When you prioritize self-respect, you signal to yourself and others that you value your worth. High-value individuals understand that respect starts within. They don't wait for others to validate them, nor do they compromise their integrity to gain approval. They know that living authentically, no matter how challenging, leads to true freedom and fulfillment. Low-value people, however, often chase external validation. They mold themselves to fit in, bending their boundaries just to be liked. This might feel good momentarily, but it erodes their confidence over time. They end up resenting both themselves and the people they were trying to impress. If you're constantly putting others' opinions above your values, you're abandoning yourself in the process. Let's look at how Stoicism approaches this. One of the key principles of Stoic philosophy is living in harmony with your nature. Epictetus, a Stoic thinker, said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." High-value individuals embody this by staying true to their beliefs, even when it's unpopular. They understand that compromising their values for temporary comfort ultimately leads to long-term dissatisfaction. So how do you build self-respect? Start by identifying your core values. What truly matters to you? Is it honesty, kindness, discipline? Once you know your values, evaluate your daily actions and choices. Are you living in alignment with them? For example, if honesty is a core value, are you speaking the truth, even when it's inconvenient? High-value individuals consistently align their actions with their principles, even when it's difficult. Another critical component of self-respect is setting boundaries. Low-value individuals often struggle with this because they fear rejection or conflict. But here's the reality. Without boundaries, you invite others to walk all over you. High-value people understand that saying no isn't selfish, it's necessary. They don't apologize for protecting their time, energy, and mental well-being. Imagine a scenario where someone repeatedly disrespects your time by showing up late or canceling plans last minute. A low-value response might be brushing it off, even though you feel annoyed or disrespected. A high-value response would be calmly addressing the behavior, stating your expectations, and deciding whether that relationship aligns with your values. This is self-respect in action. But here's an important point. Self-respect isn't arrogance. High-value individuals balance their confidence with humility. They know their worth but remain open to feedback and growth. They don't see boundaries as walls to keep people out, but as guidelines to foster healthy relationships, especially in Stoic relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. Take a moment to reflect. Are you living in alignment with your values? Are you setting boundaries to protect your energy and well-being? Or are you compromising your self-respect for the sake of pleasing others? These are tough questions, but answering them honestly can be a turning point in your journey to becoming high value. If this resonates with you, make a decision today to prioritize your self-respect. Start small, maybe by saying no to something that doesn't align with your values or by practicing positive self-talk instead of self-criticism. These small shifts add up and create a solid foundation for your confidence and integrity. Let's keep the conversation going. Like and comment number 1 below if you're committed to building self-respect. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can stay inspired and grow with us. Your journey to becoming high value is just beginning, and we're here to guide you every step of the way. 3. They never waste time on gossip. Have you ever caught yourself in the middle of a conversation, dissecting someone else's life, decisions, or mistakes? It's easy to get pulled into gossip. After all, it's everywhere. But here's the catch. While gossip might feel entertaining in the moment, it comes at a significant cost to your mindset and personal growth. High-value individuals know this and steer clear of it entirely, while low-value individuals often thrive on it, unknowingly stalling their progress. Why is gossip so harmful? First, it shifts your focus away from things that truly matter, your goals, growth, and relationships. Instead of investing your energy in productive actions, gossip keeps you fixated on things you can't control, other people's lives. Second, gossip creates an environment of negativity and mistrust. If you're willing to talk about others behind their backs, how can people trust you to have their best interests at heart? High-value individuals recognize this and avoid gossip at all costs. Instead, they choose to engage in conversations that inspire, challenge, and uplift. They understand that their words hold power. Rather than tearing others down, they use that power to build meaningful connections and foster mutual respect. These individuals focus on solutions, ideas, and collaboration, not petty judgments. On the other hand, low-value individuals often indulge in gossip as a way to feel superior or connected to others. It gives them a fleeting sense of significance, but this feeling is hollow. Over time, gossip damages their relationships and credibility, creating a cycle of mistrust and superficial connections. Now let's bring in some Stoicism. The Stoics teach us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and words. Gossip, by its very nature, violates this principle because it centers on things outside of our control, other people's choices and circumstances. Marcus Aurelius wisely wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." High-value individuals live by this rule, focusing on their own character and actions instead of critiquing others. How do you move away from gossip and align your actions with high-value principles? Start by being intentional about the conversations you engage in. When gossip arises, redirect the topic to something meaningful or positive. For example, instead of discussing someone's mistakes, you could talk about a recent lesson you learned or a goal you're working on. This simple shift not only elevates the conversation but also sets a standard for those around you. It's also important to reflect on why you might feel drawn to gossip. Is it a way to bond with others? A distraction from your own insecurities? Acknowledging these underlying reasons can help you address them directly and replace gossip with healthier behaviors. Finally, surround yourself with people who share your commitment to personal growth. High-value individuals naturally avoid gossip because they're focused on their own journey and goals. When you align yourself with like-minded people, the temptation to gossip diminishes, and you'll find yourself immersed in conversations that inspire growth and positivity. As you embrace this habit, remember that avoiding gossip isn't just about protecting others' reputations, it's about preserving your own integrity and energy. By eliminating gossip from your life, you create space for meaningful relationships and conversations that enrich your journey, whether it's in your personal life or within Stoic relationships grounded in mutual respect. 4. They never avoid challenges. When faced with challenges, how do you respond? Do you lean in, ready to take them on, or do you shy away, choosing the comfort of safety over the discomfort of growth? This simple decision separates high-value individuals from the rest. They understand that challenges are not obstacles, they're opportunities. Low-value individuals, however, often avoid challenges, choosing comfort over the growth that comes with stepping outside their comfort zone. Challenges test our resolve, reveal our strengths, and expose areas where we can improve. High-value individuals recognize this. They see every challenge as a chance to sharpen their skills, strengthen their resilience, and grow closer to their goals. Even when they stumble, they don't see failure as the end, but as a critical step in their journey. In contrast, low-value individuals often retreat at the first sign of difficulty. They fear failure, judgment, or the discomfort that comes with effort. While this might feel safe in the short term, it prevents them from growing or achieving anything meaningful. Over time, this avoidance creates regret, a realization that they've held themselves back from reaching their potential. The Stoics offer powerful insights here. In Stoicism, challenges are viewed as inevitable and necessary. As Marcus Aurelius said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This means that the very obstacles we dread are the stepping stones to success. High-value individuals embrace this mindset, understanding that growth requires discomfort. Let's break this down with an example. Imagine you're offered a promotion that requires public speaking, a skill you're not confident in. A low-value response might be to decline, avoiding the risk of embarrassment or failure. A high-value response, on the other hand, would be to accept the challenge and take steps to improve, such as practicing, seeking feedback, or joining a public speaking group. By confronting the challenge, you not only grow as a speaker but also build confidence and resilience. How do you adopt this high-value approach to challenges? First, shift your mindset. Instead of seeing challenges as threats, view them as opportunities for growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How will overcoming this make me stronger? This mental reframing can turn even the most daunting situations into exciting opportunities. Next, break challenges into manageable steps. A massive task might feel overwhelming, but by dividing it into smaller, actionable pieces, you can build momentum and confidence as you progress. High-value individuals don't shy away from hard work, they simply approach it strategically. Finally, embrace failure as a teacher. No one succeeds without stumbling along the way. High-value individuals see failure not as a reflection of their worth, but as feedback to guide their next steps. They don't let fear of failure hold them back. Instead, they learn, adapt, and move forward. Take a moment to reflect on the challenges in your own life. Are you avoiding something because it feels uncomfortable or risky? What opportunities for growth might you be missing? By leaning into those challenges, you can unlock your potential and build a life that reflects your values and aspirations. If this message resonates with you, let's commit to action together. Like and comment number 1 below if you're ready to embrace challenges and grow into the best version of yourself. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more powerful insights like these. Remember, your journey to becoming high value starts with the decisions you make today. Let's take the next step together. 5. They never let emotions control them. How often do you let your emotions dictate your decisions? It's a question worth reflecting on, because for many of us, emotions can feel overwhelming and even inescapable at times. High-value individuals, however, approach emotions differently. They understand that emotions are natural but refuse to let them take the wheel. Low-value individuals, by contrast, often let their impulses and feelings control their actions, leading to poor decisions and regret. High-value individuals recognize that emotions, whether it's anger, fear, or excitement, are fleeting. They don't suppress their feelings, but they also don't let those feelings override their judgment. Instead, they pause, reflect, and choose their responses carefully. This ability to regulate emotions not only protects their relationships, but also ensures they remain aligned with their long-term goals and values. In contrast, low-value individuals often act on emotional impulses without considering the consequences. They lash out when angry, give up when discouraged, or overcommit when overly excited. While these reactions might feel satisfying in the moment, they often lead to broken trust, missed opportunities, and regret. Over time, this pattern erodes their credibility and self-respect. The teachings of Stoicism provide valuable guidance here. Stoics emphasize that while we can't control external events, we can always control our response. As Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." High-value individuals embody this principle, approaching life's ups and downs with calm and deliberate action rather than knee-jerk reactions. Consider a real-life scenario. Imagine you're in a heated argument with a friend or partner. A low-value reaction might involve shouting, saying hurtful things, or storming off. While these actions might temporarily release frustration, they can damage the relationship. A high-value individual, however, might pause, take a breath, and respond thoughtfully, choosing words that address the issue without escalating the conflict. This approach not only resolves the problem more effectively, but also strengthens trust and mutual respect. So how can you develop this emotional discipline? Start by cultivating self-awareness. Pay attention to your triggers and emotional patterns. When you feel an intense emotion, take a moment to breathe and assess the situation. Ask yourself, what's really causing this feeling? What's the best response in line with my values and goals? This pause creates space for a measured and thoughtful reaction. Another powerful strategy is to reframe your perspective. For example, if someone cuts you off in traffic, your initial reaction might be anger. But by reframing the situation, perhaps imagining the other driver is rushing to an emergency, you can let go of your frustration and remain calm. High-value individuals constantly practice this kind of perspective shifting to keep their emotions in check. Finally, embrace practices that help you build emotional resilience, such as mindfulness, journaling, or meditation. These habits allow you to process emotions in a healthy way and strengthen your ability to respond thoughtfully under pressure. Over time, this emotional mastery becomes a cornerstone of your character, benefiting every area of your life. From work to stoic relationships built on understanding and respect. Reflect on your own emotional habits. Do your reactions align with your long-term goals, or do they sometimes derail your progress? By committing to emotional discipline, you not only elevate your mindset but also enhance your relationships and decision-making. The ability to master your emotions isn't just a hallmark of high-value individuals. It's a skill that transforms your life from the inside out. 6. They never compare themselves to others. Have you ever scrolled through social media, seen someone else's success, and felt a pang of envy or inadequacy? Or maybe you've looked at a colleague's achievements and wondered why you're not further ahead. It's a familiar trap, one that low-value individuals fall into frequently. But high-value individuals take a completely different approach. They never compare themselves to others because they understand a simple truth. Comparison is the thief of joy. When you compare yourself to others, you're measuring your worth against someone else's highlight reel. You see their successes but not their struggles, their wins but not their losses. This distorted perspective not only undermines your confidence but also distracts you from your own unique journey. Low-value individuals often get stuck here, chasing someone else's definition of success instead of focusing on their own goals and growth. High-value individuals, on the other hand, recognize that comparison is both unproductive and self-destructive. Instead of looking outward, they turn inward, focusing on self-improvement and celebrating their progress. They understand that everyone's path is different, shaped by unique circumstances, choices, and timing. By staying true to their own journey, they build confidence, resilience, and a sense of purpose. This mindset aligns perfectly with Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Don't set your mind on things you don't possess, but count the blessings you actually have, and think how much you would crave them if they weren't yours." High-value individuals embody this by practicing gratitude for their own journey and accomplishments. They focus on what they can control, their effort, mindset, and actions, rather than obsessing over others' lives. Here's a practical example. Imagine two people starting their fitness journeys. One person constantly compares themselves to others at the gym, feeling defeated when they can't lift as much weight or run as fast. The other focuses on their own progress, celebrating each small improvement. Which approach leads to long-term success and fulfillment? The answer is clear. Comparison drains motivation, while self-focus builds it. How can you shift your mindset to stop comparing yourself to others? Start by setting personal goals that align with your values and passions. When your goals come from within, you're less likely to be swayed by external influences or feel insecure about others' achievements. For example, instead of aiming to earn more money because someone else is wealthy, focus on building a career or business that excites and fulfills you. Another powerful strategy is to celebrate others' successes instead of resenting them. High-value individuals don't see someone else's achievements as a threat, they see them as inspiration. By shifting your perspective in this way, you can turn jealousy into motivation, using others' successes as proof of what's possible. Finally, practice gratitude regularly. Reflect on your own progress, no matter how small. When you focus on your growth and the things you're grateful for, you naturally feel more content and less inclined to compare yourself to others. This gratitude not only boosts your mindset, but also strengthens your stoic relationships, as you're better able to support and celebrate the people around you. Now it's your turn to reflect. How often do you compare yourself to others? How can you redirect that energy toward your own growth? Start today by identifying one area of your life where you can focus on personal improvement instead of external comparison. If this resonates with you, let's build a community of growth together. Like in comment number 1 below if you're ready to stop comparing and start focusing on your unique journey. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights that empower and inspire. You have the power to define your success. Let's take that step together. 7. They never chase approval. How often do you find yourself making decisions based on what others might think? Do you adjust your actions, words, or even your dreams to gain approval from those around you? This tendency to chase validation is a common trap, and one that low-value individuals fall into regularly. High-value individuals, however, take a completely different path. They never chase approval because they understand that true fulfillment comes from within, not from external validation. When you prioritize others' opinions over your own values, you lose sight of who you are. You begin living a life dictated by others' expectations, not your own dreams. Low-value individuals often seek approval because they believe it will bring them acceptance or worthiness. Yet the reality is that the constant pursuit of validation only creates insecurity and dependence. High-value individuals recognize this and choose authenticity over approval. They understand that while it's impossible to please everyone, it's entirely possible and necessary to stay true to themselves. They don't fear rejection or criticism because their self-worth isn't tied to others' opinions. Instead, they focus on living in alignment with their values, which brings a deep sense of confidence and peace. The philosophy of Stoicism offers profound insight here. Epictetus reminds us, if you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. This quote captures the essence of what high-value individuals embody. They're willing to be misunderstood or criticized because they know their actions serve a greater purpose. Approval seeking, by contrast, is rooted in fear of rejection, failure, or standing out. High-value individuals let go of that fear, embracing their unique path. Consider this example. Imagine an artist who creates bold, unconventional pieces. A low-value response might involve watering down their work to appeal to a wider audience, sacrificing their creative vision for approval. A high-value response, however, would be to remain true to their artistic voice, knowing that authenticity will attract the right audience over time. This courage to be authentic ultimately leads to deeper fulfillment and success. How can you let go of the need for approval and embrace authenticity? First, clarify your values and priorities. When you're clear about what matters most to you, it becomes easier to make decisions without seeking external validation. For instance, if personal growth is one of your core values, you'll feel empowered to make choices that challenge you, even if they don't align with others' expectations. Next, practice self-acceptance. High-value individuals understand that their worth isn't tied to others' opinions but to their actions and character. Take time to reflect on your strengths, achievements, and unique qualities. When you cultivate self-acceptance, you build a solid foundation of confidence that doesn't waver in the face of criticism. Lastly, surround yourself with people who support your authenticity. High-value individuals thrive in environments that celebrate growth and individuality. When you build relationships rooted in respect and understanding, whether it's within friendships, family, or Stoic relationships, you no longer feel the need to chase approval. Instead, you're free to be yourself. As you reflect on this principle, ask yourself, how often do you make decisions based on others' expectations rather than your own values? What areas of your life might improve if you stopped chasing approval and focused on authenticity? By embracing this shift, you'll discover a newfound sense of freedom and fulfillment, hallmarks of high-value living. 8. They never hold grudges. Think about the last time someone hurt you, betrayed you, or let you down. Did you hold on to that anger or resentment, replaying the situation in your mind? Holding grudges can feel justified. It's a way of protecting yourself from future harm, right? But here's the truth. Grudges don't protect you, they imprison you. High-value individuals understand this, and they make it a point never to hold onto resentment. Instead, they choose forgiveness not because it's easy, but because it's freeing. When you hold a grudge, you're allowing someone else's actions to control your thoughts and emotions. Low-value individuals often cling to resentment because it feels like a form of justice or power. But in reality, it's the opposite. Grudges drain your energy, rob you of peace, and keep you stuck in the past. High-value individuals see forgiveness not as weakness but as strength. They know that letting go isn't about condoning the behavior, It's about releasing the emotional burden and moving forward. This idea is deeply rooted in Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." High-value individuals embody this wisdom by refusing to let negativity define them. They focus on their own growth and integrity rather than wasting time and energy on resentment. Forgiveness is their way of reclaiming control and rising above the situation. Let's consider a practical example. Imagine you were overlooked for a promotion at work because a colleague took credit for your idea. A low-value response might involve holding a grudge, avoiding that colleague, or even sabotaging their future efforts. While these reactions might feel satisfying temporarily, they only create more negativity and tension. A high-value response, however, would involve addressing the issue professionally, focusing on what you can control, and channeling your energy into improving your skills or seeking better opportunities. So how can you let go of grudges and embrace forgiveness? Start by reframing your perspective. Ask yourself, what am I gaining by holding on to this resentment? Is it helping me or is it holding me back? Often you'll realize that the grudge serves no positive purpose. It only prolongs your pain. High-value individuals understand this and choose to prioritize their well-being over their pride. Next, practice empathy. Try to see the situation from the other person's point of view. While their actions may have been hurtful, understanding their perspective can help you let go of anger and replace it with compassion. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing bad behavior, it means freeing yourself from its grip. Lastly, focus on your growth. Use the experience as a lesson to strengthen your character, set better boundaries, or improve your communication. High-value individuals turn every challenge, even painful ones, into an opportunity for personal development. By doing so, they maintain their inner peace and protect their energy for the things that truly matter. Now it's your turn to reflect. Are you holding on to any grudges that might be weighing you down? What would happen if you chose forgiveness instead? Remember, forgiveness isn't about the other person. It's about freeing yourself and stepping into your power. If this idea resonates with you, let's grow together. Like and comment number 1 below if you're ready to let go of grudges and embrace peace. And don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing insights that empower you to live as your highest self. Your journey to becoming high value starts with the choices you make today. Let's take this step forward together. 9. They never overpromise and underdeliver. Have you ever committed to something only to realize later that you couldn't deliver on your promise? It's a situation we've all experienced, but for low-value individuals, it's a recurring pattern. Overpromising and underdelivering erodes trust and damages credibility, two essential traits for success in both personal and professional relationships. High-value individuals, however, approach commitments with a different mindset. They know that their word is their bond, and they never make promises they can't keep. When you overpromise, it often stems from a desire to please others or prove your worth. Low-value individuals might say yes to everything, fearing that saying no will make them seem inadequate or unhelpful. But this behavior backfires. Each broken promise chips away at their reputation and creates disappointment for those who relied on them. Over time, it leads to frustration and mistrust. High-value individuals, by contrast, understand the importance of aligning their promises with their capabilities. They value honesty and transparency, even if it means occasionally disappointing someone up front. By setting realistic expectations and delivering consistently, they build a reputation for reliability and integrity. Their word carries weight because people know they follow through. Stoicism offers timeless guidance on this principle. Epictetus reminds us it is not what happens to you, but how you respond to it that matters. High-value individuals apply this wisdom by taking responsibility for their commitments. They don't blame circumstances or make excuses when things go wrong. Instead, they communicate proactively and work to find solutions. Consider this example. Imagine a manager who promises their team an unrealistic project deadline just to impress their boss. When the deadline inevitably isn't met, it damages morale, creates stress, and undermines trust. A high-value manager, however, would evaluate the project realistically, set achievable deadlines, and communicate openly about challenges. This approach not only ensures better results but also fosters respect and confidence among the team. So how can you avoid the trap of overpromising and underdelivering? First, take a moment to evaluate your commitments before agreeing to them. Ask yourself, do I have the time, resources, and ability to fulfill this promise? If the answer is no, it's better to decline up front than to risk disappointing others later. Next, practice clear and honest communication. If unexpected obstacles arise, don't wait until the last minute to address them. High-value individuals are proactive in managing expectations, keeping others informed, and finding ways to deliver on their promises, even if it requires adjusting the timeline or scope. Finally, learn to set boundaries. Saying no when necessary isn't a sign of weakness or unwillingness. It's a sign of self-respect and prioritization. High-value individuals understand that they can't be everything to everyone, and they focus on commitments that align with their goals and values. Reflect on your own habits. Do you often find yourself overcommitting or struggling to meet expectations? How would your relationships or career improve if you became known as someone who delivers consistently? By adopting this high-value approach, you not only build trust, but also free yourself from the stress and guilt that comes with broken promises. In the end, keeping your commitments isn't just about others, it's about honoring your own integrity. As you align your promises with your capabilities, you'll find that your confidence grows, your relationships deepen, and your reputation becomes a testament to your character. Let's continue exploring the habits that set high-value individuals apart. 10. They never stop learning. When was the last time you challenged yourself to learn something new? For high-value individuals, the answer is likely today. They understand that growth is a lifelong journey, and they never allow complacency to take root. In contrast, low-value individuals often stop seeking knowledge, convinced they already know enough, or too intimidated by the effort learning requires. This critical difference shapes their futures, and it's one of the most defining traits of high-value individuals. High-value individuals view learning as a tool for personal development, opportunity, and empowerment. They actively seek out new information, perspectives, and skills that help them grow. Whether it's reading books, taking courses, or learning from their experiences, they understand that the world is constantly evolving, and to thrive, they must evolve too. Low-value individuals, however, often resist this mindset. They may avoid learning because it feels like too much work, or they cling to a fixed perspective, assuming they've already reached their potential. This resistance leads to stagnation, leaving them ill-equipped to adapt to new challenges or opportunities. Stoicism provides profound insight into the value of lifelong learning. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What we do now echoes in eternity." High-value individuals take this principle to heart, recognizing that every bit of knowledge they gain today prepares them for a better tomorrow. They see each day as a chance to improve themselves, not because they lack something, but because they are capable of more. Let's break this idea into action. Imagine someone working in a rapidly changing industry like technology. A low-value response might involve sticking to the skills they already know, avoiding new tools or methods. A high-value individual, however, would embrace the challenge of learning those tools, attending workshops, or seeking mentorship. Over time, their willingness to adapt not only keeps them relevant but also positions them as leaders in their field. So how can you embrace lifelong learning and develop this high-value trait? Start by cultivating curiosity. Ask yourself, what's something I've always wanted to learn or improve? What skills could help me in my personal or professional life? Curiosity opens the door to discovery, helping you identify areas where you can grow. Next, make learning a habit. Set aside time each day to read, take a course, or reflect on your experiences. High-value individuals don't wait for the perfect moment to learn, they make it a daily priority. Even small, consistent efforts compound over time, leading to significant growth. Finally, embrace humility. Recognize that there will always be more to learn, and that's a good thing. High-value individuals don't see learning as a sign of weakness or ignorance, they see it as a strength. They know that being open to new knowledge, not only improves their skills but also deepens their Stoic relationships by fostering understanding and empathy. Take a moment to reflect on your current habits. Are you actively seeking knowledge, or have you fallen into a routine of complacency? What could you achieve if you committed to learning something new every day? Remember, the pursuit of knowledge is not just a means to an end. It's a way of life that enriches every part of your journey. If this message resonates with you, let's grow together. Like and comment number 1 below if you're ready to commit to lifelong learning and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insights that empower and inspire. Your journey to growth starts here. Let's take the next step together. 11. They never let fear paralyze them. Fear is a universal emotion, one we've all felt at some point in our lives. Whether it's fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown, it can be overwhelming and debilitating. For low-value individuals, fear often acts as a barrier, preventing them from taking action and pursuing their goals. High-value individuals, however, approach fear differently. They acknowledge its presence but refuse to let it control them. Instead, they use fear as a motivator to push forward and grow. Why is fear so powerful? Because it taps into our survival instincts, triggering a desire to avoid discomfort or danger. Low-value individuals often respond by retreating into their comfort zones, avoiding risks, and settling for less than they're capable of achieving. Over time, this avoidance creates regret and stagnation, as opportunities are missed and potential goes unrealized. High-value individuals, on the other hand, view fear as an essential part of growth. They understand that fear is not a sign of weakness but a signal that they're stepping into new territory. By confronting their fears, they expand their boundaries, build resilience, and achieve things they once thought impossible. For them, fear is a teacher, not an enemy. This mindset aligns perfectly with Stoicism, which teaches us to focus on what we can control. As Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." High-value individuals recognize that fear often stems from imagined outcomes that may never come to pass. Instead of being paralyzed by these thoughts, they focus on taking actionable steps toward their goals. Let's consider a real-world example. Imagine someone who dreams of starting their own business but is paralyzed by fear of failure. A low-value response might involve clinging to the safety of their current job, endlessly worrying about what could go wrong. A high-value individual, however, would confront that fear by breaking the goal into smaller, manageable steps, researching the market, building a business plan, and seeking guidance from mentors. Each action chips away at the fear, replacing it with confidence and momentum. So how can you adopt this high-value approach to fear? Start by reframing your mindset. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" ask, "What if I succeed?" This simple shift helps you focus on the possibilities rather than the risks. High-value individuals see fear as a sign they're pushing themselves, and they embrace it as part of the journey. Next, take small, deliberate actions toward what scares you. Fear often thrives in inaction, growing larger the longer it's avoided. By taking even the smallest step, you begin to dismantle the fear and build momentum. For instance, if public speaking terrifies you, start by practicing in front of a mirror or speaking in a small, supportive group. Each step builds confidence and resilience. Finally, cultivate self-compassion. High-value individuals don't berate themselves for feeling fear. They accept it as part of being human. They know that courage isn't the absence of fear, but the ability to act in spite of it. By treating themselves with kindness and patience, they create a safe space to confront their fears and grow. Reflect on your own relationship with fear. Are there areas in your life where fear is holding you back? What steps could you take today to face it and move forward? Remember, fear is not the enemy. It's a sign that you're on the edge of growth. By embracing it, you unlock new possibilities and take another step toward becoming your highest self. 12. They never surround themselves with negative people. Have you ever noticed how the people you surround yourself with can influence your energy, mindset, and even your outlook on life? High-value individuals understand this on a profound level. They're highly selective about the company they keep, refusing to allow negative people to drain their energy or steer them off course. Low-value individuals, however, often stay in toxic relationships, unaware of how deeply it impacts their growth and happiness. Why does this matter so much? Because the people closest to you shape your reality. Negative individuals tend to dwell on problems, complain without seeking solutions, and project their fears and insecurities onto others. Over time, this negativity can seep into your own mindset, making it harder to stay motivated, optimistic, and focused on your goals. Low-value individuals often feel stuck in these dynamics, either out of fear of conflict or a lack of awareness about their impact. High-value individuals, however, prioritize relationships that uplift and inspire them. They seek out people who share their values, encourage their growth, and challenge them to be better. These positive influences become a source of strength and motivation, creating an environment where both parties thrive. High-value individuals also understand the importance of maintaining Stoic relationships, ones built on mutual respect, honesty, and understanding. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, including the energy we allow into our lives. Epictetus reminds us, the key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. High-value individuals live by this principle, knowing that the right relationships can elevate every aspect of their lives. Consider this example. Imagine you're pursuing a major goal, like starting a new business or improving your health. Negative people might discourage you, pointing out potential risks or doubting your abilities. High-value individuals, however, surround themselves with people who offer constructive feedback, encouragement, and practical advice. This support not only fuels their progress but also reinforces their confidence and determination. So how can you create a circle of positive influence? Start by evaluating your current relationships. Ask yourself, who in my life inspires and supports me? Who drains my energy or brings negativity into my mindset? This reflection can help you identify relationships that align with your goals and values. Next, set boundaries with negative individuals. High-value people aren't afraid to distance themselves from toxic influences, even if it's uncomfortable. This doesn't mean cutting ties with everyone who disagrees with you, but rather prioritizing relationships that are respectful, uplifting, and constructive. Finally, seek out communities or individuals who share your aspirations and mindset. Whether it's joining a group of like-minded professionals, participating in workshops, or finding mentors, surrounding yourself with positive influences creates a ripple effect of growth and inspiration. Take a moment to reflect. Are there relationships in your life that might be holding you back? Who are the people that truly push you toward your potential? By curating your circle, you not only protect your energy, but also create a foundation for success and fulfillment. If this idea resonates with you, let's take action together. Like and comment number 1 below if you're ready to build relationships that uplift and inspire you. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more insights that empower you to live as your highest self. Remember, the company you keep is one of the most powerful choices you can make. Choose wisely and take control of your future. Let's continue this journey together. As we've explored these 12 transformative habits, one thing becomes clear. Being a high-value individual isn't about perfection or status. It's about the choices you make every single day. Each of these habits reflects a commitment to self-awareness, growth, and integrity. They show us that living authentically and intentionally leads to a life of purpose, resilience, and meaningful relationships. Now, take a moment to reflect. Which of these habits resonates most with you? Are there areas where you see room for improvement? Remember, growth doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey of consistent effort and reflection. By focusing on even one of these principles, you're already taking a step toward becoming the best version of yourself. Let these habits guide not only your personal development, but also the way you engage with others. Whether it's cultivating Stoic relationships built on respect and understanding or applying Stoicism to overcome challenges with grace, the impact of these practices will ripple through every area of your life. So what's your next step? Start small. Choose one habit from this list and commit to practicing it today. Share your progress, learn from your experiences, and celebrate your growth. You'll find that each positive change builds momentum, creating a life filled with purpose and fulfillment. If this video has inspired you, let's keep the conversation going. Comment below which habit you're most excited to embrace. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights that empower you to live a high-value life. Share this with someone who could benefit from these ideas. You might just inspire their transformation too. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Here's to living authentically, growing courageously, and creating a life you're proud of. Until next time, stay intentional, stay resilient, and take care.